Hi crypticians and queens, welcome to my channel. My name is Natalie. In today's episode, I will show you why I'm selling the market from 21,380 and why my take profit is at 20,560. This is based on Fibonacci levels, and I do expect the market to pull back down to the Fibonacci level where I do have my take profit, for then it reverse back to the upside, because this is where I can technically see the market creating the next higher low, for then pull back up to higher time frames target, and that could be around 23,040. From these levels we can expect the market to reverse back down, but I am bullish right now on both Bitcoin and on Ethereum, and I'll show you exactly what I see on Ethereum too. Don't forget that I'm no financial advisor. You need to look up everything yourself first, but please continue looking at this video and I'll show you why I sell the market back down to the Fibonacci levels where the higher low could potentially be created, for then buying the market back up to next key level 23,040 on Bitcoin. So let's start off with showing you that I am right now in a sell position on Bitcoin. This is just a short trade that I have back down to 20,560, and this is where I could potentially see the market create a higher low, and then from this level I want to buy the market if the market gives me the signs that we're actually coming back down to this Fibonacci level to see the higher low being created. Don't forget that you can also receive the best bonus available right now on Bybits, up to $4,450 by using the link in the description down below the video. You also have it pinned here in the corner. I do have a short position right now, but the great thing with Bybit is that if we want to hold our positions for a longer time, it is the very low fees that we want, and Bybit gives us that. And you are supporting me and Bitcoinsensus by doing that, so I am always available for you guys. So why I'm selling the market at the moment, I still believe the market will have some bigger push to the upside. Looking at the weekly chart, I can definitely see us pull back up to 23,040. This is the first level that I look at. On the daily chart, what we saw the market do was that we came back down to 19,040. We've been talking about these key levels for so long. We're just gonna add key level 21,042 on the chart because it wasn't there, and we are above this key level 21,040 right now. On the lower time frames, or first of all on the daily chart, what I also use is that I use this previous little support that we did break above and also retested it on the lower time frames. I did speak about this one a couple of days ago, and if we're just adjusting the support on this level, we spoke about this inverted head and shoulders that we do have, and that is a bullish reversal pattern. This doesn't mean it will change the direction completely, but at least in short term I do believe that we can have bullish momentum. So that is why I'm looking for the higher low that I will show you soon. But why I sold the market from where we are at the moment is because on the lower time, or on the 4-hour chart, spoke about this one a couple of days ago too. What we saw the market do was that we did break the resistance trend line. We closed above and retested the resistance trend line. Also, we saw the market push back up. We had a fake out from 21,040. So what we're looking at right now is a break and retest of this previous resistance that before was a resistance, as you can see right here, resistance. We tried to break it, but we didn't have the power around 21st of June right here. Market pulled back down, created the inverted head and shoulders right here, and now what we're looking at what we did look at was the break of structure. Market pulled back down, retested resistance trend line, came above the 21,040 key level, and right now what we're looking at is a higher high, and from the higher high we usually pull back down to create the higher low, and then the market have the push to the upside to create the next impulsive move. In this case, that will be the next higher high. If we go down to the lower time frames now, we can obviously see that we do have some trouble breaking this previous high that we do have around 21,365. So I'm gonna highlight this level, not because I think the market will reverse back. It can definitely have a bigger push to the downside, right? But by trying to follow market structure, what I will do, so what I'm gonna do is that I will take a Fibonacci from 19,966 back up to to the high at 21,486, and that gives me the 15.61% level around 20,726, and where I do have my take profit. What I do expect the market obviously now is to have a bigger pullback to the downside. I can obviously change my take profit based on that if we only have a small pullback, but that is what I expect the market to do, because when it comes to back testing, usually what happens is I take the Fibonacci from the last higher low, in this case, with the higher high that broke structure. That gives me usually a perfect retest of the 50 and 61%, and that could be where we see the market potentially create the higher low and then see the market push back up to potentially 23,040. But we obviously need to see how the market is behaving around 21,042, because that is also a strong key level that we can potentially come back down and retest. Remember, previous resistance just might turn into a new support. So if we see that the market pull back down to these levels and hold itself above the key level, that can definitely be where the market reverses. So in that case, I will look at the chart and see and take myself out of the positions if we see that the market doesn't have the power to come back down to take profit at, or the Fibonacci level 61.8%, around 20,560, if we then see the market pull back to the upside. Another thing that we also can use, if we would now from nowhere see that the market is more bearish than it's bullish, if we do have more momentum to the downside, everything depends on how the candlestick is looking, because if we would start to have a bigger bearish candlestick, these Fibonacci levels will most likely not be valid. If we see the market have huge volatility to the downside, I will use the previous support that we tried to that we did respect before, around 20,295, because if we see that the market would close below this level and see retest from below with bearish reversal patterns, that could definitely be where the market is taking us to lower targets again. So everything depends on how the market is behaving around these levels that I speak about, because the market will always give us the clues. And if we start to have, as I said, more volatility to the downside, closing below this resistance trend line that we also did break, that is definitely for me a bearish momentum. But as I told you now, that I'm waiting for the market to pull back down to the Fibonacci level. Either we see the market created as a higher low, see the market reverse, or if we break below the level, we can also see the market creating a lower high, and that could take us back down to lower targets. I already have the setup right now on Ethereum, and the same thing here. We saw the market giving us the inverted head and shoulder. I'm using 1,130 as a key level to potentially on this inverted head and shoulders to see if we pull back down to retest the neckline, because for me this is technically the neckline that we have based on this Fibonacci, based on this inverted head and shoulders, because the last lower high is around key level 1,130. Remember, now everything is a zone, so it can definitely pull back down. If we're using the Fibonacci from 1,047 back up to the high around 1,243, Fibonacci levels is exactly combined where I potentially can see the neckline being the one that the market will respect for the market to pull back up. If that is the case, take profit 1 is 1,290, take profit 2 is 1,390, and take profit 3 could be either at the last Fibonacci level at 1,480 or key level 1,530. But I would also look obviously at 1,330 key level to see if the market could potentially create a higher high against this level to pull back down, create a higher low, and then if we have the bigger momentum, the next higher high can be at 1,530. I'm definitely bullish short term right now on both Bitcoin and Ethereum, obviously because they're moving at the same direction. And technically, if we're looking at the higher time frames, market structure, the last lower high is around 1,860 back down, and the next low and the last lower low is around 993, and you can see how the Fibonacci 61.8%, where we could potentially pull back up and retest the 61.8% with combined with the Fibonacci the key level 1,530, this could potentially be where we see the lower high being created. But until we reach those levels, the market will give us buy, or give me buy opportunities until we reach these levels. If we pull back up to 1,530, and this is where we could potentially see the weekly lower high being created, that is really good for us, because if that is the case, I can have a swing trading positions back down, because if this is the next lower high, the next lower low would break below the previous lower low that we do have around $1,000, and that could take us probably back down to key level 730. This is what I see at the moment. Push to the upside, we just might see the market consolidate in between these levels, just might, you know, fake us out a little bit from 1,530, and then slowly steady break to the downside. So this is definitely the overview that I do have right now on Ethereum, and the same thing on Bitcoin. Just a bigger pullback on the higher time frames, which means that we are in a bullish momentum on the lower time frames, and then see the reverse back down. Thank you so much, guys, for looking at this video together with me. If you did enjoy it, please comment below and tell me what you think. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification so you know when I am live. It is Monday tomorrow, and you know exactly what's gonna happen. I go on morning live streams every single day from Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. Swedish time. That is 1 hour before London session opens, so we can have the overview. So don't forget to be part of that. It is super hot in Sweden today, so I will go out and take advantage of this weather. I wish everyone a great weekend. We see each other, because I will also gonna live stream later tonight, so we can prepare ourselves for the coming week. Have a great day. Mwah, for Sweden.